always fun to start a new season, and a lot of new faces out there, along with the familiar faces. Just what was that like, having some of the new kids, and then also Azura out there?
It's definitely a different. Sorry about my voice, by the way, it's kind of gone. But it's definitely a new team, and you can see we have a lot of young guys and people out there that are kind of confused sometimes. So we have to make up with that for just for how hard we play and how much we are aggressive and try to just get things in transition until we get our offense figured out and everything. But we're adding some great players, and 1 through all the way to Z, all the freshmen, they're really talented, and the younger guys definitely have a longer way to go than Z does, but having Z out there has been amazing, and she probably couldn't have played better, especially on defense. I know Coach has been on here about making an impact for all of us, and so just to know that she was out there and she was going to block every shot that when we got beat to the basket, it's really great to know that, and it's definitely building that trust with all of us that are on the court.
Is it the biggest thing, maybe, in terms of a sort of an immediate impact we'll see, is the way she can be sort of that wall defensively that you guys can count on?
Oh yeah, and I think just having her back there and knowing that we can kind of get up a little more, we can overplay and really force them to try to back cut us, because we know that Z's going to be back there. I think that just makes our whole defense kind of better, and that makes us have a better offensive game too, because we love to get out in transition, and that's what kind of coaches always wanted to do. And so having that back there lets us be able to gamble on some things, and then she comes back on offense and she's a three-point threat, even though she missed my passes. She makes them every other day. But just having her on both ends has really been a huge impact, especially defense and rebounding has been big.
How much do you think the freshmen, maybe they won't have to step into huge roles right away because there's so much experience, but you're probably going to use them this year, and we saw some good minutes out of there. How much do you think we'll see from the rookies or early in the season?
Well, I think it depends, and I think it's kind of on them too, trying to figure out where they can fit in, and if they're playing hard in practice every day, coach is going to give them the time. He's always done that to people that work hard, and especially with kind of the lineup we have, we don't need someone to come in and think that they need to make a huge impact just scoring or doing something specific. But when they come out there and they can play solid, and then having someone that can hit down shots, if the teams try to key on the people who played last year, if they can step up and hit some threes or score when they need to. But overall, I think it just that depends on how they do in practice and how each of them really decide to take the challenge. It's always hard coming in as a freshman, and everyone has their different struggles. But I thought Meg played great today. I thought she was really aggressive, and she fit in and felt really comfortable with her out on the court.
Are you a Dodger fan? Are you a Dodger fan?
I'm not a big baseball fan, but I am a Dodger fan right now.
Oh, okay. I was wondering, it was like you in a hurry to go and see some Game 7.
No, I'll just get the recap, but definitely rooting for them, but not so much dire, let me watch it.
Okay, thank you.
Hey Lou, what was it like to get out there and run? I know you guys had the games in Europe. Does it feel good to get out there and see what this team might look like?
Oh yeah, it's just great to not practice. What do you mean? We've just been practicing for 15 days straight, so it's great to finally get out there and play a game, that atmosphere with the crowd and everything, and just getting back into the swing of things. I had a lot of fun today, and I can tell that this year is going to be really fun, and everyone's kind of in it so far, so we're going to just build on this and come back even better on Sunday, I hope.
How did it feel to get on the court for the first time as a team?
It was great to kind of be in a game situation and play against someone other than ourselves and our practice players, but I think we did a good job today and came out well.
You had your shot going tonight, 5 of 7 from 3.
Yeah, surprisingly. They're pretty flat. But yeah, when we moved the ball as well as we did, got out in transition and got some defensive stops. When you're wide open, you got some time to shoot them. Hopefully you can knock them in.
You talk about the impact of having Z out there defensively first and then offensively.
Yeah, I think Z had a great game today, and her ability to block shots and then offensively play multitude of positions was great for us. So I think she showed a lot of that today.
All of the freshmen saw action tonight. What did you think of them?
I think obviously the first time jitters is always a thing, but they came out in the second half. They looked more comfortable. They looked to make open plays for each other and to take great shots, so I thought that was good.
I don't know if you noticed how tough Azura was playing on defense, but she seemed to be the one who did the most intense defensively out of the freshman.
Yeah, I think when you're a freshman, that's probably one of the best ways to get yourself going. Just the understanding of you're coming into a new team, you're coming into your first college game ever, and defensively it's the way to get going, so Andy did a good job of that today.
You talk about the impact that Z had on the court tonight, first defensively and then offensively.
Z had a great impact. She got tons of blocks, rebounds, putbacks, layups. So Z, I mean, it's great to have her on the court. You can just throw it up to her and she'll score. So I think she's definitely going to be a force for us this year.
How nice was it just to get on the court as a team, not having to go against yourselves in practice anymore?
Yeah, it feels great. I think we had a lot of great energy, especially since, like I said, we've been practicing for 3 weeks. We're ready to play games. So I think this was a really good start.
You talk about the play of the freshmen.
They all worked really hard today. Like I said, it's just the beginning. I see them getting better every day in practice, so I'm excited for them this year.
I don't know if you noticed, but Andra seemed to have the most intensity defensively out there tonight. Just talk about what she brings.
Yeah, Andy's really quick, and like you said, she brings a lot of intensity on the defensive end, so that's something that we really need. So I hope she continues to do that.
Really trying to focus on defense. Something I've been focusing on in practice. So trying to stay low and bring energy on that end of the court because we have a lot of scorers on our team. So trying to bring an edge on defense.
How do you balance? You're a new player here, but you've played a lot of basketball. How do you balance that, trying to help out some of the freshmen because you kind of know what the game's all about?
Yeah, I think just adding a sense of being calm. Freshman year, you come in, you're really nerves up and stuff, so just trying to help Meg, you've been playing basketball for a long time, you're on a new level, but, don't be afraid to make mistakes, just be aggressive, and just kind of bring a sense of, peace to them when they come into the game.
Did you see a difference in the second half? It seemed like the younger players were a lot more confident in the second half.
Yeah, I think they were just playing basketball, and that's all Coach asked us to do, play hard, and everything else was sort of, come into play, and so not really worrying about, am I doing the right play and all this stuff, but if you just play hard, everything else will work itself out.
How'd you feel just to get out there? How excited were you?
I'm really excited. It just felt great to finally play again. It was a long year sitting out, and I really enjoyed that aspect of watching the team and just seeing how much fun they were having with it. But then to be able to actually go out and play with them was even more special. So it was really great.
Any jitters or?
A couple jitters in the beginning, but once I started playing, it was fun.
Are you going to point out those 4 block shots to coach?
No, not yet. Still got a lot more to do with that.
Too much damage on your stat sheet, right?
Yeah.
What was it like coming off the bench? That's awesome.
I tried not to think of it much because it doesn't really matter who starts the game. It's kind of what you bring when you get into the game, and so players can get caught up in that, and that wasn't really an issue for me. I started and played 40 minutes at Duke for 2 years, and I still wasn't happy there, so just being able to play here, even if I come off the bench, is fun either way, whether I start or not.
What did you try to watch or look for in those first 5 minutes so that when you did get the call out?
I think just trying to make sure I was seeing what we're doing on screens and stuff like that, and just being aware of what's going on in the game, who's getting shots early on the other team, so that way I would be alert when I got into the game.
Did you pick up anything today that stood out for you?
In terms of what?
As far as watching, like I said, when you wanted to get it in, what you wanted to do?
No, I'm just trying to focus on playing hard and matching the intensity of the rest of my teammates.
Yep. Sort of imagine being an opponent trying to match up with you guys because it seems you have so many different looks.
Yeah.
How are you going to process that?
It's really exciting for us. We're so versatile. Earlier I was talking with one of the other reporters, and we have a lot of players who can just interchange, and so me, Lucy, Gabby, even Meg, we can all sort of do the same thing. And so it's fun for us because teams don't really know how to guard that. If one person steps out, someone else can quickly just dive in, replace them, and then, it just kind of flows with our offense. So it's really exciting. And on defense too, we can get a lot of deflections, blocks, control the boards and stuff like that. So it's really cool.
Coach has been talking about Crystal and how he thinks she's upgraded her game. You saw her all last year.
Yeah.
What do you see from her that's different?
She's so much more confident. I think she brought this at certain times last year. Baylor was one of the big games. But she's just more comfortable. She's more in control, and she's more playing she owns the court like a point guard should play, and so it's really exciting to see her evolve into that and just bring that intensity on both offense and defense.
First game out and to be starting, how exciting was it for you?
It's very exciting. We've been waiting on this day for a long time, just to be back out there with everybody on the court.
How did you feel like everything sort of fit together? Because there's some new pieces this year, and it's a different team.
I think it went really well. We do have a lot of pieces, and I think we can all feed off each other in different ways, and we make each other better. I think that's a different look from last year. It was kind of focused on certain people in certain games, and this year I feel like if we play well enough, we play hard enough, there's going to be situations where we don't know who. You can't stop one person, you can add one more on the court.
Is it exciting? Because it seems like you guys have so many weapons and so many different looks that you can, offer to your opponent.
Yeah.
It's going to be tough to match up with you guys.
Yeah, and that's what we do in practice. I'm not going to say we take turns, but I mean, we kind of can. Just whoever's hot, and we know we have the confidence in the next person on the floor to step up and do what they're best at.
Is there an element, the coach keeps talking about how you've really upgraded your game. He feels like you're playing with more confidence. Is it confidence? Is there something tangible that you feel is different this year?
It's definitely confidence. They've said multiple times it's hard to play here if you don't have it.
Right.
You're second guessing yourself, and so coming back for sophomore year, just having more confidence and I built trust with my teammates from building confidence back in myself and just playing hard and going out and making plays.
Are you sort of imparting that on the 4 freshmen because it's fresh for you?
Yeah, I've tried to.
Yeah.
Summer, I was like, don't do what I did. So just trying to help them out the best I can.
How do you think they're doing from what you're seeing?
They have their days. What freshman doesn't, but I think they're doing pretty well.
Thank you, Kristen.
So he kind of mentioned it. You seem to have a lot of increased confidence this year. Do you think you've matured because of last year's experiences?
Definitely. The way last year ended, it was bad for everybody, and it's just kind of sitting there. I don't know. And you don't want to sit and sulk in it, but you want to come back next year and just build on it. So just be better than it was last year.
Do you feel like you're more of a leader this year after coming in as a freshman last year?
I feel like I can be. Just after building the trust between them, I think they can look to me in certain situations to be a leader more this year.
Is there a different mentality you bring being the starting point guard and having control of that offense?
Being more vocal, being more aggressive, just making sure that I'm making plays for my teammates and then seeing what's open.
Speaking of making plays for your teammates, does having Azura out there to either set the pick and the roll or pop help you a lot this year?
Oh, for sure. She's a matchup problem anywhere we put her on the floor, and she did great tonight. And I'm excited to see how much she matures this year.